ready for the next speaker? Okay, let me welcome to the stage, you met her earlier, Stacey Smith. Hi guys. So I'm stepping in here just because Laura unfortunately couldn't make it. But we do run our businesses very similar, so I'm just going to talk. The slide is building retail to royalty, but it's more just a mixture of everything sales related. So I'm going to start by talking about the algorithm. I am very much focused on Facebook. If you are Instagram, I do apologise, this might be a bit boring. But I just want, you can probably utilise this with Instagram. But I'm going to start about Facebook and the things you can be doing to work on your sales. So, the first thing we need to be doing is making sure that we are using one clear result image. So, a lot of people tend to maximise their post with putting so many pictures in the actual post, but where you'll benefit is using one clear image so people stop scrolling and then fill the comments, because that's going to boost your algorithm. Keep the wording short and sweet. There are some examples of this on the next couple of slides, but don't share the benefits. Facebook marks you down if you share benefits on Facebook. So you want it short and sweet. Trying to think of something off the top of my head now, but how amazing does Stacey look? Woo! Should have picked a different person there. But anyway, it's just something like that. You don't make it sales rated, because as soon as you start selling benefits, you start posting pricing, you're doing no justice to your algorithm. So keep your post curious, and like I said, no pricing. As soon as that pound sign touches your post on Facebook, you're telling Facebook that you are selling. Facebook wants you to advertise and pay for their advertisement, so they will mark you down the algorithm. So this is why you need to keep your posts curious. So no sales wordings, so things like offer, discount, sale, again pricing. So if I was to write this price is lowered, or that's a really bad example.
50% off.
I need price in the word. Hang on, let me think.
This is on price drop.
Yeah, price drop. So say if I was putting price drop, I would replace the I for a number 1, because Facebook's not that smart yet. So just do things like discount. If you do want to use that word when we do have something on offer, space it out, so it's D space I space blah blah blah. Keep doing things like that, because it's really going to affect your algorithm. And I do have a sort of a picture of what to use and what not to use, so I'll put that into Legacy after I've spoken so that you can share it with your teams. Add more pictures in the comments. So the first thing you need to be doing is, a lot of people just post and then they pray that it's just going to get some reach, but we need to work on those posts. So the way you can do that is you can start by putting a call to action. So the first thing I do is post my picture, and then I put a call to action. So this was on an Allo post, drop below and I'll send you the details. What happens on Facebook when you fall onto the timeline, not sure on Instagram, but the first comment on that post is what everybody else will see. So you want it really to be that call to action. So then your post should fill up with bloke, and then you can send the info. I also have a WhatsApp chat, which I'm going to talk about in a bit. But you can put your WhatsApp link on there and build your WhatsApp. The good thing about WhatsApp is people get the notification. Not everybody does on Facebook. So I think I've covered all that. Oh, and add more pictures into the comments. So I would do the call to action, my WhatsApp, and 2 more result images, and then I'd stop. And then I'd share it to what we have as a support chat within our team. So quickly, a support chat is where we kind of not false engagement, but it is, we have a reaction chat and a comment one. Reactions are just for people, the people that are working, not got as much time, where we just go in and react to each other's posts. So there's about 40 of us in it. It takes about 10 minutes over the whole day, so it's one of those things that we've got in our DMO, but it does boost you onto people's timelines, so it is a really good tool to have. And then we have a comments one as well. So with the comments one, it's a small group of people, but we don't pretend to be customers, we just give her advice on the product. So I absolutely love what this has done for me, whatever. And then you can try and have a conversation. Not everybody's got time for that, especially if you're working full time. So the more comments, the better. But as soon as you start getting reactions, Facebook, push your post out in the first hour. If it's not getting anything in the first hour, you've probably lost it. So this is why this is all key. So moving on to sales. So with sales, this all kind of coincides with the algorithm, but you need to be getting into customers' inboxes. So for example, I sent my typical opportunity message to somebody the other day who I've not spoken to probably 3 years. And I sent her a message, literally just asking her if she'd be interested in earning extra income. And she replied, no thank you, I'm all good. Okay, no problem. And then 10 minutes later, she commented on one of my posts and then bought a month's supply of alcohol. But she's not bought from me in 3 years. So that is proof that getting into people's inboxes is where the magic happens. So whether it's happy birthday, whether it's about a product, follow-ups are key for this. But whatever it is, just make sure that your goal is always the inbox. So we obviously need the comments to push the post out, but we need the inboxes to be able to get you more seen on Facebook. So 10 minutes engagement. Every morning I spend 10 minutes engaging. That's either just normally commenting or sending messages from a post. So if I've seen a post that I think actually I could probably have this as a private conversation, I would then just go to their inbox. I've just seen you posted on Facebook that you needed a lash tech, I don't know, something random, and then I would give her my opinion on it, but via message, because what that then is going to do is push you back out onto their timeline. So birthday comments and messages, I have just recently changed over to messaging rather than writing on their wall, because I found that's more effective. Customer service is also everything, and Laura prides herself on this. She doesn't sell aloe, she doesn't sell an R-carnitine, she sells a service. She sells a product. She's so good at finding out what customers need. So rather than you can use any, let's just use a weight loss picture for an example. If you share the R-carnitine, all they've used is Alcar, you could probably still sell them a bundle. If they've used a bundle, you can probably still sell them, oh God, I've gone too far back. Right. You can probably sell them just the Alcar. So basically, if you have whatever picture you decide to use, rather than send them the information for what they've commented on, ask them questions. Ask them, what is it you struggle with? Are you struggling with X, Y, Z? Same with skincare. What I use on my skin is not going to be suitable for everybody else. Let's ask the questions. So rather than just sending a message, hey, this is the R-carnitine, blah, 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 let's find out what they struggle with. Same with anything. Follow-ups, again, I'm probably, you're all very aware of this, but it is something that we do as a part of our sales DMO. So follow-ups, they are also key. So from a perspective of we've sold the product, we then do a follow-up with, sorry, this thing has distracted me. Over it. I don't want any more. So follow-ups, do it from the minute you sell the product. Find out, have they received the product? Yes, put a notification 2 weeks to see how they're getting on with it. Was it a tanning oil? Do you hand up if you never asked your tanning oil customer how they got on with it? No, I do the same. But make note of their holiday, and then that week you can go back into their inbox. How did you get on with your tanning oil? And week before, get them to remind them to take a picture, because all of those things, new pictures on Facebook are everything. Legacy will know, I'm always in there, has anyone got any result pictures for this? Because when you start using the same pictures, Facebook marks it down again. So, lead list. If every customer inquiry, write a list. We love lists in our team, and you can do this via Trello. So, has anyone heard of Trello? Yeah? So I have a customer list on Trello, and the good thing about this is if someone's been interested in something that month, or 3 months ago when we get a gummy bog off, I can go into my list and go, they were interested in gummies, search the word ACV or whatever word it is, and all those customers are going to pop up. So it's so much better than a list in that aspect. So if you haven't got Trello, it's free, download it. You can have as many lists as you like. I have a customer one, a lead list, I have people joining my team on there, I have my one-to-ones with my team where I store all the information, so when I go back to have another one-to-one with them, I know where we were at a month ago. And then WhatsApp. Let's get on to WhatsApp. So first of all, I left this in. This was one of Laura's slides. Stop posting like a catalogue. I see it all the time. People share pictures of the products. People are not going to buy your product. They are going to buy your results and they are going to buy into you. So you are wasting your time posting a picture of the Al-carnitine. If you want to get a picture of it, do it in the comments. But you know what you're also doing then? You're giving them the opportunity to go elsewhere. So my customer does not really know what the product is generally until I've sold it to them. So here are some of Laura's ideas for posts. So I don't know if you can all see that, if you want to take some screenshots, but they are very clear, 3-line maximum. As you can tell, hardly, before I contradict myself. Yeah, I don't think there's anything on there that gives a benefit. It is very much straightforward, and it's curious. They're all curious posts, no pricing, no benefits, no nothing. And then you do all the selling in the inbox. You do not need to do it on your post. Plus, it's going to save you so much time. So create a WhatsApp chat. So a WhatsApp chat, this mirrors my group. So I've got a group on Facebook of around just shy of 50,000. So your audience is everything. I will bang on until I'm blue in the face about creating your audience. And I did this via giveaways. That's a whole another training. But you can invest in your group, give away a tanning oil, give away something, and all the people have to do is invite people to your group. This is going to build your audience. You can actually do this on your profile if you didn't know that as well, as long as you're on professional mode. So I basically mirror my group, and then what I do is just, as you can see, leave a heart if you want any details, and then I pick up the hearts and then I message. Something new that I've just started doing is this. You'll probably need to take a picture of this because there was no QR code. So I've started using a WhatsApp link. So I use this in my comments, I use it on my stories, and I use it on my posts. So if you take out, after where it says me /, if you take out that number and put +44 if you're UK, you're following your number, and then after the equals, so you need to type all of this out manually, or ChatGPT. She's called Sue. She's amazing. Literally, just type into ChatGPT, how do I create a WhatsApp link? And it's going to give you this link you can copy and paste. But you take out where it says hi and replace it with, hey Stacey, can I have some more information on your business? So you can then share that link into your stories when you're doing an opportunity story. You can also do it for my WhatsApp, I now have started, because WhatsApp's a bit like Facebook. If you've messaged them, it's a bit like the request. They don't always get it if your number's not saved. So if you've got a customer group but you've not got their number saved, they probably aren't going to get your message. So I now tag this link on my WhatsApp. So, and yesterday it was quite good. I had about 4 people message me. They didn't leave a heart, but they sent me a message, and it populated, hey Stacey, can I have some more info on what you just shared in your WhatsApp? So you can do this as well as a comment on your post. So people, again, the amount of people I have messaged where they don't get your message but you can't add them as a friend, it's so frustrating. If you reply to their comment with this link, they can message you straight away on WhatsApp, and then solves all problems there. And then if you go into Bitly, you can create 5 separate links. So, because that link is going to look very ugly on your socials, especially as the comments. So if you go onto Bitly, you can put your link in and you can change it to it saying whatever you want it to say. So it'll be a tiny short link, and then you can write Stacey Smith opportunity after it. Stacey Smith WhatsApp, Stacey Smith group is what I've done on mine. So this is a great tool to have. It took a while. I did it as a task in my daily chat the other day. It takes a while to get used to it, but once the link's done, it's done. Like, that's it. It's not easy. But ChatGPT is amazing. Which brings me on to her. Sue is your best friend. I don't use her to copy and paste everything I get, and Laura is exactly the same. So we use ChatGPT to create good posts, and we don't copy and paste. So, for example, I will give it the photo that I want to use, and I will say, hookline this image without affecting the algorithm. And then it's going to give you those things. So it's all done for you on there. So, we all get that post block where we're like, what do we post today? Don't really know. And then this is really going to help you with that. But as soon as you start copying and pasting from ChatGPT, you're going to get marked down in the algorithm, because Facebook can spot a ChatGPT, I'm going to call it Sue, it's easier, can spot a Sue post miles away. So again, it's going to affect it because it's not you, it's not authentic, it's an AI that has created that. So yes, take inspiration, but make sure you reword it. And then always screenshot your pictures, because I don't know if you've noticed, but if you save it from Sue or any other AI generated system, it shows on Facebook it's AI, which is then going to mark it down. But if you screenshot it, you don't get that. So then I'm going to leave this on a note from Laura, because Laura's training was mainly all around confidence, because Laura, she's never been a confident person, and when it comes to sales, she nearly didn't join me. She didn't think she'd be able to sell products, and she's obviously has been one of our top sellers for 2 years now. The people who succeed aren't always the most confident, but they're the people who keep showing up. Their consistency beats confidence every time. So just from Laura's perspective, and I'm sure she would have rather have been here today to be able to tell you this, but she can sell ice to an Eskimo, but that's because of all of the things I've just mentioned. So if you want to make money in sales, and it can be done, I've known Laura to earn $3,000 a month just from her own sales. Like, we have the opportunity there, but you have to grow, and you have to do all of the things as a seller that we've discussed. And a proud moment for me was that the legacy girls the royalty girls that stood up today were a lot in South Main, so that's a moment. But thank you.